Ashe. So we're now going to move into tarot tea time. This is going to be a collective message, so I want you all to take what resonates, leave what does not. Do not make the shoe fit if it does not. And I want you to place the energy where it goes, okay? So Route 66, for those of you who have been tuning in to our nightly shows, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like, we really do. This wouldn't be possible without y'all. I mean, we would still be up here, but we would be just be talking to ourselves. And so we greatly appreciate y'all coming up here with us faithfully each night, engaging in the comments, asking questions, and things like such. But Logas has been talking about Route 66. And today I was just thinking of, like, different words were just coming through. And routine is a word that came through, and all I saw was route and the routine. And so we're being called to create a routine, and there are seasons as well. That just came to me when I was about to come over here. There are seasons. So some of y'all may have had a routine. You may have had a winter routine, which was probably chill all day and night, you know, being in hermit mode. You don't really feel like working out. You don't really feel like going out or cleaning your house or doing whatever it is, right? You were in your routine of things, and y'all know we are switching seasons. So with the different seasons, it's like, okay, now what route are you on? All right, where are you? What is your goal for this season? And I think that that makes it more digestible for us when we break it down by the season instead of being overwhelmed by our yearly goals. Yes, we should have yearly goals as well, but let's break it down into the quarters. Like, let's break it down into the quarters. And so what is your spring routine? You know, the spring equinox is approaching. So what are your goals? What would you like to do that will make you feel more light, you know, feel more free, right? More creative. And so I just encourage that your routine should be in alignment with your route, pretty much. Where you trying to go? Okay, what do you need to do to put you in that space? And these are all personal things that I'm talking about, like on a daily basis. What can you do? All right, so what's your routine? And even if it's not every day for you, it may be, okay, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays is what I'm gonna do, or whatever. But go ahead and get your quarterly routine. Just begin to visualize that. And tomorrow on 7-Eleven will be a great day to do that, to visualize, to connect with your higher self. Okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to spend more time in nature now because it ain't brick outside? I don't know what the weather is like for y'all today, but it was pretty nice. And it's going to go back. The weather's going to get cold again for the next few days, but I know the weather is going to begin to break. And I did like the stone of the day outside, and I was like, okay, this was different. Shoot, y'all might see me out in a nature park soon, and very soon, doing a stone of the day. But it was just this thing of go ahead and get outside. So that may be a word for you too. Go ahead and get outside. Yeah, I said I love that. Ashe. I am spiritual mode. Said Ashe. I'm grateful for the both of you. Every time I tap in, there's always a positive message for me. Ashe. God is here always calling me out. I ain't calling you out. I'm calling you up. What you talking about? So what we got? We got adjudication. All right. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what this adjudication is about. Hey, soulful gracefulness. You said, girl, it's cold. Aw, man, where you at? Baby, where you at? Now. Okay, the music cut off. So we're going to keep it off. We're going to keep it off for now. Come on now. So what's up with this adjudication? Tell me more about this adjudication. Is that gift that I saw? Is that gift that was... Oh, no, that's expectation. Okay. So expectation was already flipped over the deck. And then we got change. And then we got lovers. And then we got adjudication. So we got adjudication. We got lovers. We got change. And we got expectations. And also, okay, so I want y'all to see this. So, Okay, and at the bottom of that, we got sudden wealth. But some of the cards were already flipped over. So right under the expectation card was the house. All right. But we got to talk about this. And so then the deck went back regular, right? I don't know what card this is. Okay, this is occupation. And we got coffin in reverse. And that's it. I ain't going to keep pulling, but I just wanted to pull those ones because they were already flipped over. All right, so let me break this down. So we had the adjudication and we had the change. So, So there's something that there's this feeling of restriction. Some of you may have been on, that came out too, bed rest or house arrest. And it don't have to be literally like bed rest, like you were put on bed rest or on house arrest, but that may have been the energy where you felt like it's hard for you to get out of your bed. You just want to lay in bed all day. You just want to stay in the house all day. But even if it's not that for you, it's this energy of restriction. It's this energy of restriction, and it may have been something that an energy or a belief system or a habit that you were subscribed to that was keeping you in this stagnant space. And you may have been waiting for a spirit, for the universe to move everything around you, to change things around you. Some of you, you may have been wronged by somebody that you love. This could be a family member, an ex-lover, and you've been waiting for them to get their justice. You've been waiting for them to get served. Some of you have been waiting for changes to happen in your unions for the positive. But then we got expectation, and we got house, and we got occupation. So some of y'all may have been working from home, or there's some desire to work from home. And when I say work from home, this could be just entrepreneurship, not literally you being in the house, but you being your own boss. Gratitude, Brizo, for your love offering. But it's like you may be, I'm getting conflicting energy. So this is collective, because some of y'all are okay with being in the house and you done found, yes, you want to stay in the house, some of you, because it's comfortable there, because you don't have to worry about humans there, because, it's your own space and you like it there. But there's an ending. There's something that some of you are expecting, and for some of you, it's something that you are not expecting. But it's definitely, begin to clear your house, begin to work on your house, to set your house up. That's just coming out. Set your house up. Set your house up, organize your stuff, clean your space, clear your space. It's time to clean house. And I heard it's not over until God said it's over. So it was just a divine timing, because some of y'all were expecting for an ending to happen. You were expecting for the change to happen, and it didn't yet. Something did not happen yet that you were expecting. We talked about this before. There was some kind of expectations that you had, and this could have been, this energy that you were in. But we're going to delve deeper to see what that is about. But this occupation in this home, July 2nd, March 4th, April 3rd, February 7th, February 4th, June 30th, July 9th, September 6th, March 9th, October 19th, January 28th, October 8th, but we're going to see what this is about. Okay, so let's first clarify this lovers, change, and adjudication. What is that? What is that? We got the high priestess. Yeah, so this is something that I encourage for those of you who may be like, I don't know exactly what this is, but I feel the shift. I know I'm being prepared for something. Go into meditation. go into meditation. I encourage you, go into meditation with this high priestess energy, and your highest self will reveal to you spirit, your spiritual guides, connecting with Oya. All right, connecting with Oya as well to help see into the future, to see like what it is also. And another, so y'all know I've been delving deeper, well, y'all don't know, but I've been delving deeper into numerology, and there was this what do you call it? It's not like a concept, but there was this theory that Lloyd Strayhorn said that he proposed, and he was like, when someone asked him a question, gratitude, Shonda, for your love offering. I send you love. You the other half of the heart. He was like, if somebody asked him a question and he's not sure what that answer is, he would tell them to ask them. He would ask them the first 3 numbers that come to mind, and then he would add up those numbers and then simplify them. So let's say you added the numbers and you added the 3 numbers and they ended up they added to 12. The 3 numbers added up to 12. Then you break down that 12. 2 plus 1 equals 3. If the number equals an odd number, that means yes. I had to look at my notes because I got up there. That means yes. If the numbers equal an even number, that means no. Do not overthink this. I did this for myself because my intuition had been talking to me loudly in regards to things that are coming, things that I have been expecting, things that I thought that would be over that ain't over yet, right? And so I was like, well, let me get very specific. So it's important that you get, first of all, very specific on what it is that you desire. So, because when you get specific on what it is that you desire, you know exactly what it is that you are looking for. Just like when you go on a website and you want to search for an item, you go to the filter, right? You go to the filter, you know you're going into dresses or into shirts, and you know you're looking for a pink shirt. You're not going to just go browse the entire inventory unless you just want to do that, right? But if you know exactly what you're looking for, you're going to go in there and go to tops. You're going to go to menu, then you're going to go to tops. So you're going to go to dresses. And then from there, you're going to go to the filter. All right. I know I wear a large, so I need all the larges to show up. I need all of the pinks to show up because that's the color I want. All right. And also this price range, because I'm balling on a budget. I only got between $40 and $60 to spend. So I'm going to hit that price range as well. Get specific as you can when it comes to that of what you seek, that of what you desire to experience. So when it comes to using that method that I just mentioned to y'all, get very specific on the question that you ask, and then allow your subconscious mind to spit out those 3 numbers. Don't think too deep. Don't be like, wait, does that equal? Don't do that. Because I caught myself doing that. I was like, okay, now I got to think of 3 numbers. Like, what's the 3 numbers? And I caught myself overthinking. I was like, no. And I don't know what my numbers was, but whatever the 3 numbers, they came up, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just write those down. And I added them up, and I was kind of nervous because I was like, Lord, please don't let this say no, because y'all been telling me this is a yes, and I know it's a yes, but I kind of need this confirmation right now, and I just want to try this method right now, so let me see what it's hitting on. And my numbers ended up equaling a odd number, which equaled yes. But I got very specific on the question I asked, because I had a question. I was like, hold on, let me get to the nitty gritty so it's no confusion. And so that may be something awesome for you to play with also. But when you get your answer, and that's the thing too, when you get your answer, if it's something that you don't want to hear, take it. That's one thing about the universe as well. We ask for signs, and then when we given signs, we ignore them. We ask, yes, odd numbers are yes, even numbers are no. We ask for signs, and then when we get the signs that we don't want, we overlook them, and then we get ourselves deeper in a hole. All right. And one thing about spirit, one thing about the universe is they're going to let you fuck around and find out if that's what you want to do. So take heed. All right. And if it's a yes, then yay. And if it's a no, then let's recalibrate. Okay. We need to adjust our aim, adjust our target. We got to switch something up. Right? But don't second guess yourself. And like I said, the only way out is in. Some of y'all may be feeling like you're at a cap. I was talking to Logas about this the other day. I was like, babe, I feel like I'm at the ceiling. What do I do? And he's like, you got to break through that ceiling. And I'm like, but how? I'm trying. And then we talked it through, and it was revealed to me through the conversation and even after the conversation, just everything that I needed to put my energy into, which is freaking numerology, has been showing up. I've been studying different people because I had an idea of numerology. I studied books and things like that, but it's like the greatest of the greats have been showing themselves in my reality, and I've been learning more, having a deeper understanding, which helps me understand and understand my life experiences, which also helps you, because the more I know, the more I can teach, the more I can reach, the more I can enlighten in you, awaken in you. And so the only way out is in. And if you feel like you're hitting the ceiling, it's because it's time to bust through that hole. Just like when you're working out and the workout is lightweight, it used to be real hard, and now you over here pounding out them weights, and it's like, okay, because that muscle is used to that, so we got to add some more weight. We got to put that weight down and go over there to the other machine. Like, let's build. All right? Let's build. Let's break through and build. So if you're feeling like you're at a plateau, if you're stagnant, that means you need to shift focus or like go deeper. Because it may not necessarily be shift focus. It might be go deeper, try another resource, try another route or something. All right? So it's not for you to give up, because it got to the point where I even was like, look, guys, can we switch up our system? And he was like, nah. And I was like, damn, bitch. And so that's another thing too. The universe, they'll lock you in there. Especially for those of you who are first of all, in alignment with your purpose. And second of all, well, I won't say first of all per se, because we're all right where we need to be. So I retract that statement. But for those of you who are serious, how about that? For those of you who are serious, your spiritual team gonna make sure you stay in this uncomfortable space until you get uncomfortable enough to where you find a way out. It's like you being in that box and you're claustrophobic, and you gonna find a way to get out. You gonna panic, and you gonna start trying to bust through the box, whatever it is, trying to poke a hole in there so you can breathe, whatever. So I want you to break through and stop waiting for somebody to save you. Stop saying I can't. Stop saying I'm doing the best I can. You're not doing the best you can, because you can do better. So what ways can you improve? And what, are you truly giving it your all? Or are you just doing enough just to kind of get by? Like, be honest with yourself. So we got this high priestess. So I encourage with this high priestess that you seek the deeper meaning, that you delve a little deeper so you can have an understanding, and that will break through. That will break you through. All right. I don't know. Every time the music cut off, because the music don't cut off too often in our readings, but when they do, holy crap. But when they do, I appreciate it. And I think I'm just going to stop cutting the music off. Stop cutting the music off when I do the readings, because, baby, all right. So we got, sugar now. So what I'm popped out was fatality. So this is that coffin energy that came out again, but it came out upright. All right. So remember when I said with this energy right here, some of y'all were expecting for something to be over, and it had not been over yet. And I did that whole little spiel that we just talked about, the breakthrough, and now the coffin came out upright. So that is the very thing, like Logas talked about yesterday. Go ahead and play the role. All right, go ahead and step into that energy, and then you will earn a title. You will earn the position. We'll go ahead and move into that. But we got fatality, all right? So we got ending, dark, cold, misfortune, bad income, or bad outcome. Some of y'all may have bad income, like bad incoming energy, lower vibrational energy. But with this fatality, we also have gift. We have gift. So there is some kind of ending that you may be dreading. There may be somebody that transitions over to the other side. For some of you, you just lost a loved one. For some of you, you may be losing a loved one very soon. And it's going to be like your gifts are going to be awakened. All right. Some of your gifts are, even if this is like, even if this doesn't mean, I was just talking to Logas about this too. I was like, I'm so obsessed with death. Like, it's the Scorpio in me. And we just had a nice little talk about that. But with this gift and this fatality, I'm just getting some of y'all gifts were lying dormant. Some of y'all are not really sure, like, what is my gift? What am I good at, spiritually? Like, how do I tap in? And there's this thing of an awakening happening after it being dead and dormant for a long time. But then that also, that energy is coming through as well, that with this ending comes a new beginning and gifts galore. All right. Some of you are going to be gaining an ancestor, a loved one on the other side. You may have already gained them, and they're going to be gifting you with something within the next 1 to 7 days, between the next 1 and 9 days. Those dates, those numbers may be significant. 1991, 1971, January 7th, January 9th. Definitely somebody may have transitioned in the month of August or October or January, July, and September. Those dates are, those months are significant. So I'm not sure if those are somebody's birthdays, somebody's transition days, whatever. But then also came out was high honors and main male. So definitely I'm just getting a lot of ancestral and also physical support by the masculine energy. You see all of these masculine energies coming through, and we got high honors and we got main males. And it's this thing of, it's now time for you to lead by example, to uphold the standards, all right, that were given to you by your highest self. These are not meeting the expectations and the standards of the world and the people on your job, all right? But definitely I do see this spiritual ranking, and I just heard a Medal of Honor. So definitely some of y'all just definitely conquered like spiritual warfare. You may have felt like you were in the darkest season of your life, and I feel like this lasted for about a half a year to 2 years for some of you, and for some of you it's been even longer. But definitely there is this up-leveling happening, and it's time for you to now see yourself in this new light, to start taking yourself serious, to start respecting yourself, to start speaking on yourself. Because some of y'all, I don't know who this is, but somebody likes to pick on themselves. You may like to point out things about yourself before somebody else gets to point them out. Like, let's say you know you're very talkative, right? And so you may be Gemini or not, right? You may have Gemini in your chart, but regardless, you may be very talkative. And so you may find yourself talking and you're like, oh, my bad, I know I'm probably being annoying because I talk a lot. Like, and that person may not even have thought you were annoying. They may have actually been appreciating and enjoying the conversation and the, you know, whatever it was that you were sharing, right? Or, you know, feminine, you may not like your toes, right? And you got on sandals and somebody looked down at your toes and they're like, oh, I like your nail polish. And you're like, oh, thank you. Don't look too long, stop, because I don't really like my feet like that. And I normally don't wear them out. Like, nobody said nothing about your toes. And so it's this thing of, you know, and that's just, those are just examples. But my point is, stop pointing out things about yourself that are not even like, that are not even relevant. All right. Begin to carry yourself the way you want to be treated. Begin to treat yourself the way you want to be treated. Begin to speak about yourself the way you want people to speak about you. All right. And wardrobe, you know, we talk about that often, you know, dress on purpose every day. All right. And then we got the star. And I'm just getting like Hollywood energy, and I'm just feeling like you are now, if you hadn't already, you're moving into this energy where you're seeing that you were the brightest star. All right. And but, so take this as it resonates, because some of y'all are currently down there putting the work in, building your own star. Because I'm seeing the Hollywood, you know how they have the stars and stuff like that, but you have to earn it, right? You have to first earn it. So some of y'all are putting that work in, like, I am a star. All right. And I don't care about fame per se, but I want to shine my brightest. I want to be an asset and have a positive impact on humanity, on the earth, on my family, on my friends, you know. And so I'm going to put that work in. All right. And if you're putting that work in, trust and know that you're going to get your star. And when I say get your star, I mean those external awards, those external rewards, that external validation that you wasn't even looking for, the external admiration that you wasn't even looking for, the external support that you wasn't even looking for. Or you may have been looking for these things at one point, but you've seen that you had to first go inward. You had to hone in. You had to not be dependent on that, because you see how wavy it is. And for those of you, I want you to be mindful of where you are. Because some of you, you're in that energy. And for others, you may be sitting here, or it's not even sitting here. You may be up in the clouds with this Pisces energy. You may have Pisces in your chart, or you may just be very dreamy. And it's like, all right, baby, now bring them dreams to reality. Let's come on back down to earth. Go ahead and get a grip and bring it down, okay? You know, like the balloon that has the little holder thing down there. It's like, go ahead and attach yourself to the, what's the thing called, y'all? The weights. That's what it is. All right, let's ground. All right, some of y'all can benefit from some anklets. I ain't got my anklets on today, jangle-lang-a-lang, but it's okay. We got some on the website, crystalinemars.com. Grounding, all right? And it's because it's like, as long as you in this, it's beautiful being in this imaginative fairy tale dream world, but until you bring that thing down, gratitude, Monique, for your love offering. Until you bring that thing on down, you're not going to receive. You're not going to receive. You're not going to experience, rather, at the capacity that you could, max capacity, right? So, yeah, because some of y'all, like I said, we like to say, you know, it just come to me easily. I don't have to do a lot of work and stuff, and that's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. You sit here waiting for somebody to give you a star, but what did you earn your star? Did you earn your stripes? What you do? What you do? As above, so below. Yeah, I know you manifested, you prayed, you did your vision boards. But what did you do on this earth, on this plane? Because remember, we are physical. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So what did your spiritual being bring into this physical reality? What you gonna do? So we got that. All right, so we got the Wheel of Fortune. And that's that Route 66. And which way are you going? Who's the captain of your ship? And if you're not, and that's why it's important that, I'll say for us feminine and masculine, because it's important that the masculine, you know what your goals are, right? For your family, for yourself, for your children, for your wife, right? For your community. But then also for the woman, what route are you taking? Where do you want to go? And if you don't know where you want to go, that is a-okay. But this is the importance of acknowledging that. Because one thing about it, if you don't use your own brain and think, somebody gonna think for you. So if you're having a hard time with getting clear on where you want to go, if you're having a hard time of getting clear on, you know, what it is that you're supposed to be doing, it's like, all right, so who are you going to have think for you? Who's going to be your leader? Who's going to be your president? Who's going to be your guide? And when I say that, I mean your damn spouse, your partner. You may have a vision, but you don't know. It's like the details. The devil is in the details. And you're like, okay, but how do I get that? I told y'all before. I had a bigger picture. Well, no, honestly, I had a little puzzle piece of my purpose. But then when I met Logas and I followed his lead, so much more was open for me. You know, my vision got bigger, it got clearer, and he was able to direct me and be resourceful in many ways to get me to where I am. And so, and even now it's like I know certain things I be struggling with, and so I ask him for guidance. Like, I need your brain power real quick to help me align, to help get me back on track to my highest self. So it's this thing of, you gotta first know what it is who it is you want to be. Don't solely focus on what it is you want to do, because those things may change. But who do you want to be? Let's talk about character. Let's talk about characteristics. All right? Let's talk about habits. Let's talk about, you know, the way you carry yourself. All right? And let's get clear on that. And when you become that, the other things will become more clear as well. All right? Nikki said, funny because yesterday when you said you renamed yourself your life path number, mine is 5, and I had the name Star drop in my head. I'm just saying, Nick, and you know, we talked about, you know, career paths shifting for you, Miss Bakey Cakey. But I say. So let's see what else we got. Who is the captain of your ship? All right, we got the Justice. And so it's this thing of, it's time to now step outside of self and show up in ways that don't just benefit self. All right. It's a difference with loving yourself first and loving yourself more. Who are you going to love more? Who are you going to love first? All right. You can love yourself more and love people first. All right. You can still choose to, at the end of the day, make sure you're good and that you are doing what you need to do, but you could choose the people first. All right. Or you could choose to love yourself first and do what you need to do for yourself. All right. And first, I know this may sound kind of like contradicting, but try to follow me. If you're going to love yourself first or if you're going to love yourself more, which one is it going to be? And I personally, I go with the route of I'm going to love myself more. Because the more I love myself, I am able to show up for you first. And I know you may be like, well, what if I show up, if I love myself first, then that means I can love others more. I don't want to love nobody else more than I love myself. I don't. I need to love myself in the most I can. And by me loving myself and choosing myself more, I will be able to show up for y'all first. So how are you showing up for your folk? What are you depositing in your mind, in your day, so you can be better for your folk? All right. And the better you are for your folk, the better your folk will be for you. And your folk may not be your family members. All right. Pretty much a 99.98 of my support comes from my soul family. All right. And my family members aren't jealous. They just don't support me per se. And so be open, be okay, be at peace with your support coming from those who you don't even know. All right. And you got to be mindful also with sharing your visions and your downloads and things with your family members, because remember, y'all are all y'all all come from that same bloodline. So those beliefs you share, those mindsets you share, a lot of those fears, those traumas you share. And so sometimes it's hard for them to see outside of the box, just like it is for yourself. And so that's why it's important that you surround yourself around people who can help you grow. And it may be intimidating. It may make you feel uncomfortable because you may feel like the stupid one out of the group. But I'd rather be the stupid one in the group than the smartest one in the group. Teach me something.
Well, then who's going to be the smartest one?
You said who's going to be the smartest one?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you choose. You choose your surroundings. Like, you choose people who are more skilled or knowledgeable in certain areas. That's what I mean. So they're smarter than me in certain areas, and I'm.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be the smartest one in the group.
Well, I know what you
said. Have the same mentality, then no one would ever stay in that group.
But okay, because it's like that duality. Because in a sense, I do want to be the smartest one in the group because I'll need to teach those who are not necessarily as knowledgeable in certain areas. But I also want that other side of the fence too, where I am surrounded by people who also pour into me and I can learn from. So Logas he just challenged that and made me think about what I said. And he was like, well, if you're not the smartest, who's going to be the smartest? So like I said, it's that duality. I want to be the smartest, but I'm also humble enough and I'm okay with being the dumbest as long as I'm being taught so I can pass it down. Like, let's recycle it, because it's always something more to be learned. Like, be the student and the teacher at the same time. Always be learning and always be teaching in some way. So, yeah. So we'll just close out with that. Continue to pour into yourself. Continue to learn. Continue to challenge yourself to become better for not just yourself, but to those who are around you and those who are looking up to you, those who come behind you. All right. So, you said, girl, tonight I have a book and pen. So that concludes the message, not the message, the tarot tea time of the day. If y'all want a personal reading or any other spiritual services, you can book with Logas or myself on crystalinemars.com. The link is in the bio. And gratitude truly for all of your bookings. Y'all been coming through, and it's been an honor to connect with y'all. And because y'all been exercising my high priestessness. So I appreciate y'all, and I'm about to move out the way so Logas can come on through. I appreciate this little orange tint today. You know, normally we'd be on a lavender. Ashe. The music had cut off too.